Hey guys, welcome to Joe Ciminera Presents, another informative tip coming your way in the film industry. You know, today's topic is going to be about editing. How do I find a good editor? Now, if you're looking for an editing program or tools and tricks and, what software I recommend for editing, it's probably not going to work out. But if you want help on how do I find a good editor and what to look for, where you can look, this is definitely the video for you then. So if you're in the film industry, if you're in the TV industry, you are definitely going to need to build a relationship with an editor if this is not something that is in your passion to learn. I always say that, editing is a full-time job. And if you think that you're going to pick it up just to save a couple of bucks or, you'll learn how to edit because you think you could do a better job, you're seriously out of your mind, because the reality is it is a hard project to do. I'm going to tell you that right now. And better leave it to the experts unless this is something that you really like to do and that you want to learn. So now that we got that out of the way, let's talk about where you find an incredible editor. Okay, now there are a lot of places, starting with Craigslist. You can go on Upwork, is another good site where you can type in video editing and a whole list of individuals will pop up. You could also use Fiverr. And, going through that whole thing is like basically going through a dentist when you have to switch dentists or doctors. You got to kind of try them out. And, through trial and error, you're going to decide if this editor has your best interest at heart. And any editor who's sucking at the wallet right from the beginning and really wants to charge you a boat ton of money is not going to be the editor that is for you. You want an editor, and this is why that a lot of times if you're just starting out in the movie industry, I recommend that you get some young, talented person that's going to be doing the editing, build a relationship with them. Or you can look overseas where the rates are, 1/18 of what they are here in the U.S. Because, you really want to build a relationship. I mean, I have like 8 editors that have been on the staff with me for a lot of years. Some of them are outside of the U.S., some of them are here. But we have an understanding, that, they are not the only ones that can get paid a lot of money until the project is done. And if they're fair with me, I'm fair with them. At the end of the day, pigs eat and hogs drown. Everybody has to be comfortable in the amount. You can't be the one paying an editor. An editor can't be the only one getting rich off of film. And a lot of times, the editor is really the only one that gets paid. So work out a rate where it's going to be affordable to you and him or her. And that's really the best place to start. What is a good price for an editor? Well, I could tell you never pay by the hour, okay? You will lose every time if you pay by the hour. If you pay by the job, then no matter how many different re-edits you get, that job will have to be complete. If the editor has to go back in 15, 20 times or 30 times, the job has to be complete. So if you pay an editor by the hour, don't pay your attorney by the hour, even though I don't know if you can get away with that. But I think that the hourly rate is a problem when it comes to editing. Usually when you get someone in the mentality of the hourly rate, they've been working in the industry for a while, they're very seasoned, and that's not who I recommend you go with unless you have a big budget. But if you're an independent filmmaker, it's just ridiculous to spend over a certain amount of money, because you're only going to make so much money back. And I don't care how many outlets you are, whether you include Redbox, Amazon, Netflix. There's only a certain amount of money that you can make back unless you are crazy with the downloads and you've promoted this thing and, it's gone viral. But I can tell you that I speak to hundreds of filmmakers every day, and they're pretty open to what they're making, and I can tell you what the industry average is. So when you're dealing with an editor, you definitely don't want them to charge you by the hour. You want to charge them by the job. You build a relationship with them, and always wait till they're 100% done before you pay them all the amount of money, and always make sure that you are retaining copies of all the footage. Don't ever rely on an editor to stock the footage for you, thinking that, oh, well, my editor has it. You want every piece of editing that's gone down. You want that. You also want the project files, so that if for some reason this guy or girl, whoever, gets sick or can't do it, or you have a blowout with them, they're not taking your footage hostage. So get that footage, make sure that you've backed it up on your own, and then that way, if you need to pick up with some other editor, you at least have the project files. You've got the music, you've got the effects, you've got everything that was in there in your own private folder. Back it up. Okay? Well, this is going to be this editing video right here. I'm actually waiting for a parking spot, which you could never get in this building. So I figured I would do this video, and good luck on the editing project. Really, if you team up with a good editor and you're fair with them and they're fair with you, could be a lifelong relationship. And that's what you want at the end of the day. You want somebody that knows your style, and eventually, you go and film something out in the industry and give it to them. They already know kind of what you're looking for. You just give them a little bit of direction. Good luck. Lights, camera, and action.